Aje. Welcome back to the Sisi Wanaume Podcast, the number one podcast on all things men.
Niaje, and welcome back to the Sisi Wanaume Podcast with me, Salif Nyambok. This is a safe space for the Kenyan man on a journey of self-discovery. This is episode 3. It's okay to be alone. The 20s are the craziest time to be a guy, and especially a guy in Kenya. Unajuggle thoughts za kukuwa na the best body, kukuwa na manzi msupa, kukuwa na gari fiti, kukuwa na keja poa, kukuwa na job fiti. At the same time unataka kuomoka. And you want to make bank all before you get your degree even. And unaona wase wengine like marapa wa majuna unajiambia, ai man, si ingekuwa mimi pia ama. And I know that's normally the thought process ya wase wengi sana. So mi mwenyewe, my whole college life nimekuwa single. And I mean single. No situationship, no one night stands, no hookups, nothing, nada, just alone. And I know, albeit it's a bit crazy because it's been like, 3 years now? Oh my God. Yeah, it's been like 3 years now. And I realized that I actually gave myself permission to experience this college part of my life, trying to address some inner issues zenye na feel sikuwa nimework on in the period that I had lived before. Mimi sasa, I guess, even though venye mi nimeishi. Now, for some strange reason, maybe because of the life I've lived in the past with the previous episodes that I was detailing, I've gone through quite a lot of trauma. And I realized that for me to have success in relationships moving forward, for me not to come out of them feeling used, feeling abused, feeling, like I'm not supposed to be there, I need to work with the parts of myself that I've not reconciled so that I can make them whole and become a whole person, so that by the time I am getting into anything with anybody, I'm not getting in trying to compensate vitu zenye sikuwa nimework on, either through therapy ama through talking with people or seeking that knowledge for myself as a young man. So realize that is a responsibility. Na wase wengi sana huruka hii stage. Kuna watu huwa wanaamini that hawawezi kabila manzi. Wakikabila manzi watadedi. But at the same time, unaenda kukana manzi na we mwenyewe haujijui exactly. So in that relationship, you become defined by the person who's like next to you. And albeit sometimes it works out well. Some of you get really good partners who are able to help you become your full selves. But kuna wase wengine mnaenda up mkipotea. Unakuwa toxic, anakuwa toxic, mnakuwa crazy. Because there's something in our society kama Wakenya inatuambianga mazee, kila kitu ni masaa. Nimeenda event, kuna manzi pale. Sawa, wacha nimuongeleshe. So, kila kitu ni mbio. Na hata mademu wamekuwa hivyo siku hizi, in the sense that as in unexpect shorty shutiwe hapo. Yani ni ile kama amekupatia chance na hujachukua chance, ameenda. So I'm like, hey, what is happening here? It's one of those things I really look at and I'm like, ay bana, it's not supposed to be this intense. You see, the process of you spending time by yourself is supposed to allow you to actually hone in on your inner voice, your real voice, the real you. And you can't hear that voice if you're having so much noise around you. And relationships is just one thing. Some guys, you spend your time like fully plugged in on your devices. You never take time to get off social, Get off social, get off the TV, get off of the headphones and just listen to the world around you. Feel the earth beneath you. And try and take a moment to really think about, where am I at this stage in my life, where am I really? Are things going good? Are things going bad? You know? And I find that this level of self-awareness inaweza kukusaidia sana, and it can help you a lot when it comes to healing. I have spoken on several platforms before, as I had told you before in the episode on grief, about trauma. And at one point, I felt like I lived a life that had a lot of trauma in it, in the sense that I was isolated. Now, there's a difference between being alone, choosing to be alone, and isolating yourself. That is a completely different thing. When you isolate yourself, you negate even the positive side of being with other people, like sharing thoughts, sharing ideas, getting advice, and having some friendship and some love. But choosing to be alone in this sense, you allow space for that to be there. But at the same time, you are able to be comfortable in knowing that, look, I have chosen to take this time to dedicate it to a certain thing, to a certain goal. And I feel like hiyo ndo inaweza kuwa njia poa ya vijana wa young. Instead of always just trying to gravitate towards getting a couple or you getting a relationship, getting to do what, you can try and see how best you can use this time that you've been given. Because think about it, guys. This is the one time that literally nobody expects anything of you. They keep on telling you that we don't expect much from you. So literally, you can do anything you want. You want to rap? Do it. You want to sing? Sing. You want to draw? Draw. Pursue a hobby. Spend time outdoors. You know? Try and engage in practices that help you. Get into a gym or do exercises at home. Zenye zinakusaidia ukue fit, ukae poa, and at the same time, it gives you something extra to do with that energy. You know, when you're alone, is now when your mind starts opening up to the possibilities of what things really could be. Like, I can give you a good example. Mimi ni msanii. So sometimes when I make a little extra money, I'm always excited because I'm like, hey, I can hit the studio and make a new song. And that new song, I can share it with people. And if people like it, then I feel good. Yeah. So, wewe pia kama msee mwenye uko on the come up, don't always be thinking in terms of sherehe, sheria, nini. Because naonanga wase wengi ni kama wako kwa hiyo space. Si ati do huna. Ukikuwa honest na wewe mwenyewe utajua do uko nayo. Because kama uko na do ya kuchangia mzinga, then uko na do. So hii do, sometimes inabidi ukwe honest na yourself, ujiambie, look, I have this goal that I want to do. And maybe the people I'm rolling with now may not be able to really get that. So, wacha ni step aside ama hii kitu nijifanyie kivyangu. Because once you cultivate that habit of being comfortable in your own space, being able to hear your own ideas and your thoughts and not thinking wildly of them and being able to accept them, then utaona unaanza kumake progress kama Charlie Myang. Because shida kubwa inakuanga saizi ni tumeachwa to the mercy of the world. Na wase wengi sana hukuwa terrified na hiyo prospect. Na wanajipatanga wanajaribu kukimbiza wase wengine ndo wasifeel hiyo looming threat ya kukuwa peke yao. But I will give you a challenge today to dare you to be by yourself and see how you're going to come out of that experience. Let me know if this is something that resonates with you on our social media platforms, and talk to us as always on the Sisi Wanaume Podcast, and stay tuned for more on our next episode.